To be any cops on campus anymore, at least. We're missing someone. French class is mostly boring for once, though Jill didn't come to class today. There's an odd feeling in the air as you make your way into gym class. Okay, you young minds, line up. We're playing Horde today. It's like dodgeball, only instead of getting out, you go to the other side. Aim for the ankles, 2 points. Below the neck and above the knees only. Anything else gets you gum duty. Good. Lame. The game goes like any dodgeball game. People rush and grab the balls. They go flying this way and that, and you suddenly realize that it's only you and Bow on your side, and bop. Ha, you're on my team now. Sorry. And then it's just you on one side and the rest of the class on the other. Just close your eyes. I'm not the last one. Yes. You face the rest of the class. A half dozen dodgeballs raise up. Aim for his ankles. Oh yes, everyone. Today I'm playing DateZ again. A game where you try to find a date to avoid being killed in an upcoming zombie apocalypse. You are in high school, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes, but you're a teenage boy and you have to woo one of these lovely young ladies and get them to go out with you. Do not aim for his ankles. The other students raise the balls into the air, a half dozen red dodgeballs ready to go flying. No way to dodge, catch, or do anything but get stuck. Struck. It could have been any of you instead of me. But it's you today. Vivi's ball flies first. The others come after. The game ends as you're impacted with enough dodgeballs to take you off your feet. Game's done. Okay, everyone, good hustle. Free time for the rest of the period. For the rest of class, people break up into little groups. You're playing Foursquare when you see Alicia and the coach talking in his office. Alicia seems oddly calm. The PE teacher seems to be yelling at her. After a while, it gets so loud everyone can hear it. Alicia walks out of his office, seeming to leave the teacher mid-yell. The PE teacher looks over through the glass of his office to see the whole class watching. He comes out, his face a bit red. What are you all staring at? Class dismissed. Go shower, or whatever you all do after class. The students don't need to be told twice, and everyone rushes off, taking the free time. You take your time heading to shower, thinking you're all alone. However, you hear one of the showers is on. It's the guy's shower, so you didn't think it was that big a deal. However, you see through the steam that the shape is not male. Is that Alicia? The hell, dude? What are you doing? But this is the... Get out! I'm naked! A washcloth hits you right in the face, forcing you to retreat. Perv. Oh, boy. I don't suppose we can... No, I don't want the DLC currently. You decide to hang out with Patty at the library. She seems like she needs to talk. Pretty crazy what happened with the tower, right? One moment you're, well, my dad says it was a homeless guy who looked like he'd been in a car accident. So I don't know if I'd call that a life. Patty doesn't seem to mean that in a mean way, despite how her words came out. She looks sad, very sad. Any life is a life. Everyone does, but we're young. I can see why he might have done it. Yeah. Being old and hurt, nowhere to go, no one who cares about you. Maybe all delirious. Patty rubs her arm and goes quiet. She takes a few moments, but eventually she says, I don't want to end up like that. End up alone, end up old, end up suicidal, end up alone? No, I don't want that. I'm very scared of that. She swallows hard, taking a slow, deep breath. I think I'm more scared of that than I am of death. I just keep thinking about... Okay, look, don't think I'm self-centered. At least not... She stops for a moment. Maybe I am, but I just keep thinking of myself old and alone, and I'm so scared of it. I want a big family. I want lots of kids. I want people around me all the time. I never want to be wandering the highway alone and afraid at night. Not ever. She gets a sort of pouty look on her face. Of course, who would ever want someone who can't even cook? Ugh, boy. She kind of rolls her eyes over to you in a slow way, obviously wanting you to just tell her something nice. There's a lot more to you than cooking. You think so? She says this in a way that sounds so hopeful. Yes, of course. What else do you think I have to offer? She tilts her head back, her eyes focused on you. Oh no, the trap springs shut. You have to say something. You're, good looks? Patty's eyes lock on yours. You think she's trying to see into your soul. I think there's more to me than just that. I didn't mean... You're sweet, don't worry. Patty leans over and kisses your cheek. Her lips are very soft. Thank you. The conversation shifts to less serious things. Patty talks about a girl who pretended they weren't copying the way she dressed, but they totally were. History class with the PE teacher goes like it normally does. Okay, who wants to start reading on page 411? Oh. Vivi's hand shoots into the air. Alicia makes a sarcastic comment. Bao makes fun of her for making fun of Vivi, and Patty acts exasperated. It's amazing how quickly you've gotten to know these people as well as you have. Something about Jill's seat being empty makes you feel uneasy, though. In 1855, John Snow published an article that is widely viewed as a watershed moment in germ theory. Just read the book. Actually, though, this was the second edition of the article. I'm pretty sure he published it first in 54 or 53. I need to check. Just read the book. It's wrong, though. Patty, could you pick up where Vivi left off? Gladly. He proposed boiling and filtering the water before drinking it. His proposals were convincing enough. The info is wrong, though. No one cares. I mean, all those people are dead anyways. Dates and facts matter. Psst. Quiet. This is a classroom, not a debate hall. Patty, if you would. His proposals were convincing enough that the local city, the rest of the class is about the progression of germ through the 1800s. For some reason, you spend the whole class with your hair standing on end. You agree to let Patty cook for you again, despite almost choking to death last time. Woo, the oven is hot today. You haven't noticed though, Patty does seem to be sweating. She has no sweater under the apron today. She's just wearing a simple tank top under it. Something about the whole look. I hope you like my cookies this time. She gives you a big smile, kind of bending over as she says it. It makes you feel funny. She seems to be in a weirdly good mood while baking the cookies. However, you watch her add salt to the mix and... Wait, what is she using to measure with? Is that like half a cup? So like 3 of these. Seems like we should probably warn her about the oversalting. That's not, careful with the salt, huh? What do you mean? It takes you a bit, but you get her to use the right measurement tool for the salt. She seemed to think a teaspoon was 1/4 of a cup for some reason. Oh wow, you seem to know a lot about cooking. You really don't. However, she seems to mostly be on the right path now. About 10 minutes later. Cookies are done, make sure to let them cool. Oven mitts and apron, she carries the tray of cookies over to you. Honestly, you forget what the cookies taste like. You say something about how good they taste. Thanks. I hope I can make cookies for you again. She makes sure you take the ones that you both don't eat with you when she's done. You show up to science class, and once more there's the same note outside the class. Class canceled. This isn't okay. I mean, if I have to be here, he should have to be here. This is illegal, right? My father was pissed when I told him about this last night, and he said that the school is required by the state to make sure we're supervised at all times. I do not feel supervised. They really should at least give us a substitute. At the very least. It's not safe to leave us unsupervised. I don't like it. Okay, calm down everyone. Your substitute science teacher is here. You're late. I'm a sub. Me being here at all is really something you should be thankful for. Trust me. The PE teacher unlocks the science room, letting everyone in. Once class gets underway, we are, what the heck is a pipette? Oh. The PE teacher and all the other students look over at Vivi with a bit of an annoyed expression. She lowers her hand out of the air slowly. You know what, I think we'll just watch a movie. The whole class cheers. Well, Vivi looks annoyed. Finally, a good call from the coach. It's okay, Vivi. I think the school should fire Professor Evans. They really should. He's been fired before. I found proof. Doesn't surprise me. The PE teacher rolls the TV over and puts on an educational film. The video tries to teach you about the hemoglobins, but mostly it just makes you sleepy. You decide to hang out with Patty in the library. She has a magazine out. She's looking at photos of beautiful women in very expensive outfits. Though they don't seem to be just general models. She's so pretty. What do you think of her dress? Before you can answer. It makes her look so elegant. This is my favorite edition of this magazine. They do this focus on like famous women who decided to become homemakers. Look at this. It's a spread of her whole home. Look how she matches her dress with the dinner setup. Isn't that so amazing? She draws your attention to the very fake-looking house. It is pretty, but it seems pretty clear it's all staged, like everything in the magazine. This is Holly Geothley. She's one of my dream girls. She gave up being the CEO of $1 million app company to raise 2 twin girls. Look how adorable they are in her lap. Ooh, trad wife porn. She turns the page and shows you another picture. Dream girls? What do you mean? Did I say that out loud? She looks embarrassed for a moment. It's the girls that I dream I could be like, somehow, someday. You know, my dream girls? That sounds weird, I'm sure, but I have a half dozen women that I'd love to grow up just be somehow. I hope I can find the right person to start a family with someday. Someone who wants that too, and wants that sort of white picket fence life. Patty gives a big sigh and looks off. I hope I can find someone like that soon. At first, you think she wants you to say something, but instead she pats your shoulder and puts her stuff away. Okay, see you around. Wow, girl, we are in high school. It's like, calm that stuff down a little bit. She gives you a weird smile as she kind of hops off, leaving you a bit confused. Normally, she'd spend the next 10 minutes talking about what kind of fences she liked or something. Is she okay? Near the end of a very long week, you're trying to decide if you should just go to bed early or get some of your homework. There's a knock on the door. It sounds nervous. When you open the door, you see Patty. Hey, hi. Well, I was wondering if you maybe would be okay with me cooking for you tonight? She looks so nervous. You're not sure why she should be so nervous. She is wearing the apron she wears when she cooks, which is kind of cute. She's also not wearing her sweater despite it being evening. You don't think you've ever seen her out of her sweater except the one time. I didn't bring a lot of ingredients, so we'll have to figure something to cook. She seems to be wearing only the apron. Dang, girl. She's standing there at your door in just an apron. So can I come in? Yes. You try and shout it, but it comes out more like a squeak. Moving out of the way, she hurries in. Oh geez, it was cold out there. You can't help but watch her on the way in. She's wearing her underwear under the apron, though that wasn't clear until you saw her from behind. It seemed like a really great idea at the time, I thought. Super romantic. She looks at you in an embarrassed way. You should know that I'm not experienced. Patty's voice upticks a bit on the word experienced. She's not actually asking a question, but it sure sounds like she is. And, I don't really want to do things with someone I'm not planning to at least, fall in love with. So, what kind of cookies do you want? She tries to give a sexy smile and pose. That's a little creepy. Her insecurities come off her in waves that threaten to overwhelm you. At the same time, well, you can see a future in front of you that looks a lot like Patty's stretching out. Patty, I want all of your cookies. I don't want the same cookies forever. We can take it slow, okay? Yeah, okay. She sits on your bed and gets you to sit next to her. Her hand intertwines with you and she kisses you. I don't know if I was ready. I didn't know if I was ready, but she grabs you firmly and pulls you into a much deeper kiss. Powerful, needy, desperate. She finally breaks the kiss. I am. She lets it out with a desperate stutter, looking at you in a way where she's trying to look certain and intense. Kiss her back. We gotta survive this apocalypse, even if it means making out with a triad wife wannabe. You kiss her back even deeper. For a moment, you're afraid you're going to hurt her. Yeah. But she's kissing you back just as hard, the two of you pushing together. Feeling her body against yours, you're not sure if the two of you could stop now if you wanted to. You feel a heat filling you. You can feel your pulse in every part of your body. Her mouth is on yours again as you do. She pulls you to the bed, her arms running along you, her fingers in your hair. She whispers this before she bites you on the ear. Something inside you seems to boil over, and you have to hold yourself back to be anywhere near gentle. Less and less clothing stands between the two of you as you continue to kiss, squeeze, feel. It's awkward, bumbling, but there's this throbbing heat that never lets you stop. The two of you in the sheets of your bed, on top of them really, anyone can just peek in your window, and you can't get up to close the blinds. You can't think past the warmth of her body. She smells like shampoo, sugar, and magazines. She tastes like warm, sweet, and fresh cookies. Her hands find the throbbing. Something about her face, she looks so happy. You forget about anything but her, the two of you becoming one. You don't even remember falling asleep. You just remember being sweaty, spent, both of you having had no idea what you were doing. But now, sweaty, tired, she's already asleep in your arms, her head against your chest. She looks so calm. You remember her face, and for maybe the first time in your life, not being worried about anything. Oh boy. The morning comes. It comes slow, despite it seeming to be very early. You were up late, yet for some reason, you're already up. Patty has her back to you. She's curled up like she's hiding. I can't believe I'm waking up in a man's bed, especially as I'm not married. Patty looks over at you from her side of the bed, one eye from under her hair, obviously waiting to see how you react to that. Patty looks over at you, okay. Marriage? Yeah, you know, marriage. You don't ever think about it. I think about it a lot. She sounds almost sad, maybe even hopeful as she says that. The morning is warmer and nicer than any you've had in a long time, but there's still class. Madame Bouvier's class is, as always, only ostensibly about the French language. Arrow of time is a theory about existence, and the way time travel might actually work. Is anyone familiar? Ow, 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 ow. Is this going to be on the test? If our test is going to have Star Trek junk on it, which I wouldn't put past her. Arrow of time is a theory that time travel can't actually change time, because what happened will have always have happened. She didn't raise her hand. I'm still right. No, this won't be on the test. Yes, this is often used in sci-fi, but I think it has meaning in our daily life. We cannot gather up more time. Time is not something that ever comes back. It is only used and then it is gone. This does not mean one should allow the ennui take over. What we have is a gift. Vivi nods her head while the other girls mostly seem to understand about as much French as you do. What about you? What would you do if faced with the finality of your choices? Annoyingly, she's staring right at you. The 4 girls around you slowly look in your direction. It's pretty clear the teacher expects an answer. Oui, very astute. So what will you do, young man? With my life? Oui, with your life. Thankfully, the bell rings, saving you from your teacher's disturbingly intense gaze. Everyone quickly files out. The odd energy from Madame Bouvier tends to drive the students away quickly. Au revoir. For homework, seize the day. You're one of the last people out of the classroom. You weren't expecting so many screams. The way they're echoing down the corridor makes your impression of them even worse. The landscape you view through the window is not the one from before class. Sick-looking students, pale like walking corpses. They're attacking people, each other. Other students? Oh, no, I have to do something. Rihanna, of all people, shouts with some kind of confidence, but then she just sprints off and she's gone. All you can see is the door slamming after her. It's just you and the horrible, shambling things coming at you. They're... Oh God, zombies. Jesus, The Walking Dead. Oh God, zombies. Your scream mixes with other students. You lose track of everything and everyone, its bodies in panic, the firm grip of primal fear seizing your heart like a vice. One of the sick-looking students, this one with gray, empty eyes, it grabs at you with cold fingers. You can't get free. It pulls you close and you can smell the putrid breath as its jaw seems to dehinge. Bang! The smoking, splattering hole that used to be the thing that grabbed your head gurgles. It falls to the ground as someone grabs your arm and pulls. Come on. It's Patty. She's got a revolver in her hand. It looks crazy. The tip is literally smoking. It's always been hard to think of her as anything but the sweet girl, but in this moment, in this context, she looks like some kind of urban warrior. For a moment, the panic stops. Then you're running with her. The sick-looking students are everywhere. Good Lord. Though, whenever one gets close... Bang. A gun is very, very useful in this exact situation. What are we gonna do, Patty? I don't know. You're the one with the gun. Having a gun doesn't make you not panic. Patty waves the gun around in a crazy sort of way. Whoa, calm down. We just need to think. Patty falls against you. I'm so scared. She's still holding the gun. Thankfully, she seems to know what she's doing with it, even as she hugs you with her non-gun holding arm. It's the end of the world or something. I wish my dad was here. My dad! I need to call my dad and we need to find someplace safe. The library! Patty stops suddenly. It's all the way across campus. The traps. This is some kind of outbreak. Do you remember how weird the rat blood was? I think we need to get one of them to my dad as a sample. You've got the gun. Lead the way. I do have the gun. Let's go. You two rush off. It isn't long before bang. Patty has to put a bullet in another zombie's head. That one was a bit far away. It was honestly an impressive shot. My leg! 3 bullets left. Patty is checking the revolver cylinder as you make your way into the library. Patty is trying to dial her phone with one hand, but it isn't working, so she tosses it to you. I'll check the traps. My dad is there in there as my dad. Make him understand. Patty rushes off deeper into the library. You move to follow her even as you dial her father, the local sheriff. Luckily, he answers. Hello, Patty? I'm at work. You have to help us. Who is this? Where is Patty? There's some kind of outbreak at the school. Patty is trying to find a rat. You are not nailing this. Is this a practical joke, son? I hope you know there are real consequences. Bang. You didn't even see the zombie this time before Patty shot it, but it was close to you, almost on you. 2 bullets left, but... Patty holds up the trap and the horrible, very zombie-looking rat. This will be a lot easier to carry than one of them. You almost forget about the phone in your ear. Son, was that a gunshot? Yes, there is something going on at the school. Kids are ripping each other apart. Your daughter thinks it's some kind of outbreak, and I think she's right. Dad! She rushes over to the phone. Dad, he's telling the truth. You have to bring every gun you can. Call the National Guard. Patty, I need to get you out of there. I think this is bigger than me, Dad. The southern entrance. I'll be there with everyone I can muster. You meet us there. Dad. You can only be angry with me if you live through whatever hell is happening today. Southern entrance. Get there. The phone hangs up. You heard him. 2 bullets. Patty looks out the window of the library towards the south entrance. Think we can make it? Together, of course. Patty, as long as you're with me, I don't even care. I think I love you. Time to move out and head for the southern entrance. The 2 of you exit the library as dozens of shambling forms start heading towards you. The 2 of you run as fast as you can, the sound of police sirens getting closer. You end up being the one carrying the infected rat corpse, and Patty keeps the gun. Bang, bang. No bullets left. You run like hell. There was more than a dozen chances. There is more than a 0 chance that you will make it. That was intense. Let's make some changes and see what happens. Oh, flashing lights. Okay, so I guess we're kind of back to the beginning of the game. Well, what did you guys think of the zombie apocalypse thing? Well, we didn't get to see if they made it out or not. Kind of strange. Okay, well, thanks for watching me play DateZ. The other parts of my gameplay of this game are on my channel. I should be making a playlist soon. I might play some more of the game. I wonder how it changes after you've kind of gone through it like that. Obviously, it wants you to buy DLCs to be able to date the other girls. So we'll see. Well, thank you so much. I had fun with you, as I always do. Please like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.